Hello, and thank you for stopping by and visiting me at Access Divine. Um, I'm very happy that you're sharing this experience with me right now. I'm feeling really, really good. I have not indulged in my overeating behavior. Um, I've been controlling my emotions with all the small things that's been coming up in my life right now because I have so many things to be thankful for, especially um, being able to stay in my home. I worked hard and purchased it. I at least want a fighting chance to keep it. Um, Also, I'm going through a phase of self healing, and I'm not sure if everyone is familiar with that. But for people who are not familiar with self healing, it means that I am actually going to dig deep, meditation, open up the divine inside of me, and just let it out, let it flow, uh, connect with the universal spirit, be more attuned to myself and how I'm feeling. Not the ego, not struggling with that, but more or less experiencing peace, that inherent divine that we all share. Um, I will be doing some techniques with you just so you can share this experience with me. One of the things I do to self heal and in my meditation and um, I exercise and I do I read quite a bit. I read every day. I can tell you I must read at least 3 to 4 hours a day. I know it sounds like whoa, but I read morning, noon, and night. I read a lot of spiritual books. Read the Bible every day, but I read also a lot of other people's um, books as well. I read a lot of different authors. uh, Art is something which is a gift. It's a gift from the divine, and no matter how we all use our talents, it is a talent that we should share. So I will be sharing with you some of my self help healing techniques that I use. Um, I also can show you some of my art techniques that I do, which also helps me. I am a journal. I'm not a journalist, but I journal. One of the things I do is I journal. I have journals all over my house, by my bed, in my kitchen. I have sticky notes. I write. The chart you see in back of me is some of the things that I do, as well as one of the things that I do to um, stay in touch with my inner peace. For example, to help my day um, run smoothly, okay, I will get up and actually chart out my experiences that I will be walking through throughout the day. For example, if I'm going to go shopping, I may say stop at Home Depot, pick up something for the house, but I won't put exact time because I don't want to be confined or like bound up to this is what you got to do right now, because that would be that would be self defeating. That would not that would not suit the purpose. So I will take snacks with me, healthy snacks with me, and I will have them with me. In the summertime, I actually take a cooler of healthy snacks with me when I go through this process, because I walk along the beach and I meditate along the beach and I stop to journal, or I will draw pictures, or I may bring one of my easels and paint. So for these next few videos, I would like for you to gain some insight into what it means to be going through an emotional um, eating crisis, and to self heal, to work with who you are, to move your whole emotional state into a well being, into a smoother well being for yourself and for even the people around you, because sometimes people around you don't understand exactly what it is you're going through, because they like, for example, my mom, she's always saying, well, you should be able to handle this and you should be able to handle that, and she's absolutely correct. I should be able to handle a lot, and I actually can handle a great deal, but sometimes I lose my sense, or I may stumble or lose my footing, or however you want to put it, and I have to find my way back, and that's what I call it. I have to find my way back. Um, being lost in the emotional quicksand that sometimes we go through. Um, like having my light shut on and off is, it's one of those triggers that will start me like eating, but I don't think it's so much of them shutting them. I think it's more or less it's out of my control. It's something that's happening to me that I just want to just say, stop it. Just stop doing this to me. Don't do this to me anymore. But this is their prerogative. They do what they have to do, and I have to do what I have to do. But one of my techniques I want to show you that helps me to gain focus when I'm trying to really relax and get in touch with the peace inside of me is I have a rain stick. And I come from the early childhood era, not era, but I come from the early childhood field, which means that I was a teacher and I was a supervisor. Um, and one of the things I would do to help the children settle down, because children have a way of, when they're in their own worlds, when they're in their own worlds, they have a way of showing us what it feels like to just be free. And even though we want to control their behavior for the moment, we can't really. But we can grab their attention. We can engage them in something that would interest them, or have them tune into, turn off that one channel and turn on another. So one of the things I do, and I do this for myself as well, is that I bring my rain stick to the circle. And for me, I bring my rain stick out and I listen to it, and I can make it go fast or slow. And eventually I start to concentrate on the sound of the rain stick. And when I say eventually, it's because when I first start doing it, I have to really calm my mind, because my mind is constantly racing and I'm constantly thinking of what I have to do throughout the day. That's why I journal and I chart it out, because it seems that once I put it down in writing, it's as if I put it on a shelf for the moment. So the rain stick, once I do that for a while and I start to meditate, I actually start having it go. I move it slower and slower and slower until I can actually barely hear the sounds. And I take it and I'll just go real slow. And I can actually take it and go back the opposite direction. But the whole idea is to try to control how fast it's going in the movement. It has a sound that you can actually just do so many things with. I keep closing my eyes, I'm sorry, because I slip into a meditative state when I do that. And I slowly have it go slower and slower and slower to finally my mind is actually at a point where I just feel it's almost like when I talk about being weightless, it's just like a magical feeling, but it is spirit. Until next time.